Well, hello everybody. I've decided that I think the next thing to do would be remove and empty the fuel tank. Because when I first got the car, it did run, and obviously who knows how old the fuel is that was in there. I've now had it a good year and a bit now, so it's at least been sat there minimum 1 to 2 years. So I'm going to attempt to take the fuel tank out and hopefully empty the fuel without it going absolutely everywhere. And one more thing, the package for the coolant, the thermostat housing, new fan, new water pump belt, new water pump, all that's arrived. All in this lovely little box here. Not too bad to be honest, only set me back I think about 60 something quid. But yeah, we'll get to it. So, as we can see here, here's the fuel tank in basically the boot of the car. Going along here is where you'd pull fuel in. Obviously I'm going to have to replace this because it is squishy, cracked, and I can imagine the instant I take it off it's going to fall to pieces. But it should hopefully be. Remove these, remove that. And going around the entirety of the edge is sadly Phillips heads, which means they're probably going to strip. If they do, I'm hoping that I can just buy a new fuel tank, but they are a bit pricey. We also are going to have to remove this, which from what I know is the fuel gauge, which tells you how much fuel is actually in, and also underneath the car is where the fuel line is, which I also have to detach. So this is a bit awkward. But there, that bit there, it's not really going to focus, but that line there is the fuel line. What I'm first going to do, which thankfully it's got a nut just here, which I'm going to undo, put some sort of carton underneath here, and hope to God there's not that much fuel in it, and empty it. Okay, so I've got a bucket, just about fits under, and now it's figuring out what size bolt that is, and I've got two problems, well one actually. One of them being the fact that it's a 30 litre tank, but the last time it started up and obviously showed it said half a tank, which is 15 litres, so I'm hoping that the fuel gauge is correct and that it is only 15 litres, otherwise it's definitely going to overfill this bucket, but hoping that it's 15 litres, fill up this bucket, and then we can start removing it. So it was an 18mm. Oh, that actually undid fairly quickly. Oh, can I do that by hand? Oh, this is going to be a bastard. This is not going to be very good. Can I do this by hand now? Oh, barely. Don't want to get in the way. Okay. That means two things. Oh, if I can get up. So, oh my God, the smell of fuel is rancid. Jesus. So, that means two things. It's either somehow empty and the fuel gauge or the fuel, what monitors the level of the fuel is wrong. Or it's the second thing, which is kind of what I'm dreading, which I can quickly find out, is there is a thick sediment at the bottom that's blocking the fuel from actually falling down. With it being empty, that would be nicer, but what I'm going to do is grab a screwdriver, poke up into it, and see if it empties. If it doesn't empty, it means it is empty. If it does empty, it means it is filled with grime and I might need a new fuel tank, hoping I can clean it out though. So, I've got a flathead screwdriver, and we are going to see. God, this is going to be awkward. Oh, it's a enough that I can't show you that well. But oh, the screwdriver I've got is too bloody big. Correct screwdriver. Hopefully. Where is it? It's there. Ooh, look at that. It's completely empty. Okay. Does smell horrible fuel. Maybe that's the reason it doesn't start. That would be funny. Oh. So, it's obviously empty. And it would be quite amusing that the fact that it doesn't start is literally the empty fuel. Because theoretically, until the engine gets hot, the coolant isn't fully needed, and the coolant system that was blocked wasn't fully needed. Still going to remove it, still going to clean it out, still going to put fresh fuel in, fresh coolant, fresh oil and all that stuff in. Hoping though, that this is a little bit easier than what I thought. Obviously, touch wood. So, to be honest, gonna keep the bucket there just in case. The smell of fuel is awful. So I'm gonna now try and remove the, whatever you'd even call it. Which, thankfully, out of compared to most things on this car, these aren't actually very rusted. Which means hopefully, yeah, nice one. Oh my god, they're on there tight. Ugh. Hoping, just get a pair of pliers. Bang in, there's one. There's two. Oh my god, that's crispy. Oh, yep, that's definitely gonna need a new pipe. Oof, there you go. Hoping. Oh, I should just be able to pull this pole up and out, because the only thing stopping it here is just a rubber gasket. I'll get back to you once I've managed to pull this thing out. So, after my hand flying a million miles an hour into the side, I've managed to pull this pipe up and out. Oh my god. The inside of it's lead lined. That's interesting. Is it lead? Yeah, it's soft. Huh. Old cars, lovely. Now, if I just lower it down a bit, there we go. Oh, okay, to be honest, that one doesn't need to come off. That can be left there for the moment. Because that is pretty grimy, if I do say so myself. Yeah. Well, it is now on to actually removing the hood of the fuel sensor, which is also a couple more flatheads, but I don't know what kind of flathead they're using. That's quite thin. Oh, and they're filled with grime as well. How lovely. I'll get back to you on this actually, because this definitely needs a very thorough cleaning. And hoping this should just pull out, place to the side, then get the fuel tank out. Well, I did undo all the bolts and I can't seem to pop that off, so instead, just remove the wire. Incorrect spelling, of course. I'm going to obviously take the bolts out, pull it out, and then maybe afterwards see if I can pop that out. But even then, I've popped the top cap off and the inside of it doesn't actually look too bad. Okay, so I've managed to loosen every single one of the bolts. None of them are C's, thankfully. Just to double check and just make sure they'll come out. I've unloosened them each ever so slightly and then spread a bit of WD-40 on them. So hopefully that should be it. So as we can see, all the bolts are now out. It's now just going to the underside and removing the fuel line. This bad boy should pop out. So, it doesn't really show the wire just there. See, that's it. I'd love to show me trying to remove it, but the car is on stilts, so I'm going to be completely crammed under there. Feels very sketchy, but I've got 2 3-ton axle stands on the axle, so as long as it's not too rusty, I think we're good. But I'll get back to you when that's removed and then show you removing the fuel tank, hopefully. So, fuel line is now removed. Take that back out. And it lifts, I think, yes. And now I shall be able to take it out. So, hoping lift and then doesn't hit this main bar. If it does hit the main bar, oh, I have no idea. Oh, I don't want to pinch my fingers. Oh, come on, come on. Oh. Boom. Fuel tank. Oh. Now it's just looking up ways to clean the inside. And yeah. Decent. Well, that actually went pretty well. Didn't have to grind away anything, none of the bolts were stuck. And now it'll just be seeing if I'm able to clean the engine, clean the inside of the tank. Hoping there's no leaks in it. When I do fill it up, I'll probably fill it with water. Literally just see if there's leaks in it. And then have a look online, see what methods there are to possibly clean it. But yeah, it's probably going to be a short video compared to the others. But hey-oh, it's just doing it bit by bit. But if you have watched, hope you've enjoyed. If not, hey-ho. But thanks for watching.